Another flavor from Drink Me. My favorite is just the kale and oranges. You know, I like to keep it as simple as possible, but they got a bunch of flavors. They got a flavor for you regardless of what you like or what your makeup is. Anyway, when things are hard, we're talking about things being difficult. Again, it's smart work over hard work if you ask me. But when it comes to doing things the hard way, it seems like we all like to do it the hard way. We don't like to just drive somewhere. We want to drive, text, eat, do all these things and kind of burden ourselves in that sense because we know we can do it all at that time. We might push a bunch of things off because we know we can do it in other times where we're not really being challenged. And then that leads to us being, just fragmented and not really, no focus. So when it comes to things being hard or the hard route, yeah, the resistance makes us stronger and everything like that. No doubt, but I mean, it kind of lets you know what you should or shouldn't be doing when something is hard. I mean, it's like how many times you're going to touch fire before you know it burns, or learn how to transmute it. You have to do one or the other. So, regardless, just think about it. I like sports examples because I'm a sports player. I came through that religion, sports. So I'm sorry if this is not a good example for you. But if we look at someone like Allen Iverson, look at Allen Iverson. To me, honestly, he's the best player pound for pound. As the best basketball player to ever breathe pound for pound. I know a lot of people that make a lot of people angry, but he's like 5'10", 5'11", and he probably is the best pound for pound if you look at it. If you're looking at it like that, probably $165 maybe. All right. Anyway, Allen Iverson. I know his lifestyle probably was not the most focused lifestyle. We could all agree on that. He might not, his lifestyle it was kind of everything but basketball. It's almost like if you're driving and you just take it for granted because you're so good at it. So you're texting, you're eating, you might be putting a different shirt on, all these different things because you're not really being challenged. So you look at it like that, you just look at the potential of things that we give energy to because it doesn't really challenge us and we know we can do it because it creates a lifestyle that we may feel like is a good one or a healthy one, supposedly. So Allen Iverson was definitely going to continue to shoot basketballs even though Allen Iverson reached the potential in that in no time, was the best, and moved on to doing other things. Now or let's just look at another person that might be doing a bunch of drugs and things that they maybe shouldn't be doing while they play a sport. This sport is so easy to them. It comes so easy. It doesn't really challenge them mentally. And at a physical level, they understand the science, what they have to do to get to the pinnacle. So since the understanding is there, it's so easy, it doesn't challenge them. Now they're doing the sport, making it even more difficult for themselves. Now they're smoking. Now they're having all types of sex, doing all these different things that they shouldn't, drinking, doing all these things they shouldn't be doing because the sport is so easy, it doesn't really challenge them. So you do all these things you shouldn't be doing because initially, it has a lot to do with what you're giving this energy to. Something that it really isn't your full potential as a being, not as a human. Because people look at it all the time like, I'm just stunned by how planes and all these things exist, but I mean, it was created by a human. It was created by a reflection of you, basically a facet of you, so you can create it. If you can have a kid, then that kid can invent anything or bring anything through it, because it's really about letting life flow through you. So you can bring some life through you in the form of a child, and it can create something that someone down the line will be like, yo, this is amazing, how does this exist? And so it's like nothing should be beyond you. Nothing, just because, and at the same time, I'm not saying you have to master these different things. I'm just saying you can look at it like it's not beyond you. These people that do these things, this is what they gave their energy to. This is just a reflection of you if you really wanted to give your energy to this thing. And if you know that's not in you, then you know that's not part of your path. And then, it's just perspective. It gives you more light on your own path. So that's that. That's the other side of that coin.